Hey Tickbits, it's Shiipty and welcome back to the channel. As you guys could see, I split the episodes into two and we are basically picking up exactly where we left off with Naomi, but now it is the next day. As you all could see, things kind of got a little heated between Wade, Angelo, and even Preston. Preston was upset as well. And so Naomi went to bed with a very heavy heart. And actually, guys, just to your surprise, if we look over here, Angelo decided to stay as well. He's sleeping in the chair because he's a gentleman, but he just wanted to stay and make sure that she was okay, and if she needed anything he was going to be here, because I do believe that Corey didn't walk into the house until like early this morning because he ended up staying at his girlfriend's apartment. But yeah, we are here with Naomi. She is just curled up in her bed. She cried herself to sleep last night, and it was very hard to see her do that because Naomi is such a pure soul. She really just does not intend to hurt anyone, you know. Regarding her past, that is a different story, which we did also explore on, and we found out that Angelo never even cheated on Naomi. He actually was having a business meeting, and you know, the paparazzi, they do their thing and they take pictures and they stage things to look certain ways, and so yeah, he never did anything to her. He never intended to break her heart. He was going to come back home to her and he was going to cozy up with her and everything. But actually what ended up happening, just because I know you guys want me to fill in the gaps and everything, Angelo and Naomi never met in person. She called him, she said, hey, I cheated on you, I don't want to be with you anymore, blah, 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 blah. Because Naomi didn't want to accept the fact that she had seen him with someone else. And so she didn't even bring up the fact that she saw the article and that she thought he was seeing his ex. She was like, no, we're not doing that. I'm just going to tell him I cheated on him and this is it. We're done. And that's basically what ended up happening. And so, yeah, now after many, many years, she finally has gotten some closure on that. And he has as well. He did actually end up forgiving her a long time ago, because I know I saw a comment, I think that was like, how did he move past that? At this point, it's been like 20 some years, and he forgave her because he also felt like, you know, he put a lot of responsibility on her. But I'm gonna have him get up, and he's got all green moods right now because he's doing good. You know, he stayed here. It's been a while since he's talked to Naomi, but I'm gonna have him come in here because, you know, I'm just gonna have him do what normal people do when they wake up in the morning. He's going to use the bathroom and get himself situated. I think that he and Naomi spoke about possibly hanging out for a little bit and, you know, just chatting. And I also saw that a lot of you all are not mentioning the elephant in the room, and that is the fact that Angelo is a married man. I don't know if maybe people were just so shocked about what happened that they forgot, but yeah, Angelo has a whole wife, he has a whole daughter, so we need to explore that as well, don't we? But let's go ahead and get Naomi up. She's got to get dressed, she's got to get showered, she's still wearing the clothes from last night, and then I think that we're gonna get ourselves into something fun with Angelo for today.
You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white. You are my sun. You are my sunshine.
So we just arrived here at the park in San Myshuno, and Naomi and Angelo grabbed a cup of coffee. They're just sitting here talking and just chit-chatting, and Naomi wants to ask Angelo for some advice. You know, she feels lost. She doesn't know where she should go next and what she should do in regards with what happened with Wade last night. And Angelo's like, oh, I understand. Maybe just see how things go with this court case and then decide. And Naomi's like, I know that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should just kind of pump the brakes on everything and not try to get so ahead of myself. She's like, you know me, I'm a planner. And while Angelo is trying his hardest just to, you know, he's listening to her, he has a good heart and he's trying to be here for her as a supportive friend, he also has this flirty buff here, guys. And I do want to pause and explain this. I feel like Angelo is sitting here right now and he has this feeling that he has in his heart. He doesn't know what it is, but something about seeing Naomi again has sparked something within him and he just can't put his finger on it. But he feels so happy and so content to be here, to listen to her. And he almost feels as though it's like the first time again that he's ever spoken to her. He's nervous, he feels these butterflies in his stomach, and guys, something tells me that Angelo never stopped loving her. But as much as he would love to act on these feelings that he's having, or even explore them, or talk to her about what he's been going through too, he just does not think that this is the time for him to make this about himself. And so he's just supporting her and trying to make her laugh. And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat from the food stall. Do you want anything?" And she's like, "No, I'm okay. You can go ahead." So I'm gonna have Angelo come over here and get him something. Oh no, it looks like they shut down already. Oh, that sucks. They were only here for a little bit. Well, it's okay. He's not like super hungry or anything. But I'm gonna have him sit down. Naomi's gonna excuse herself for a moment. I feel like at this point we should probably go and call our mom. I know she's walking off to go over here and mess with the stereo. But for, storytelling purposes, I'm going to have her just have a chatty family call with her mom. But Naomi's pulling out her phone because she's going to call her mom really quickly. Angela gave her some space, but she's telling her, "Mom, you have no idea. After everyone left, me and Angela, we stayed and we talked for a little bit. And then Wade showed up with Preston. Everything just kind of went crazy after that. And I'm so sad right now. I don't even know what to do with myself." And her mom's going to tell her, "Honey, just take a deep breath." And I feel like Dad's in the background and he can hear Naomi say Angelo's name. And then Dad's like, "Oh, I always liked him." But, his wife shushes him and she's like, "No, she's really upset right now. I need to be able to focus. Just give me a minute, okay?" And after Dad steps out the room, she can then direct Naomi more clearly. And she advises her just the same as Angelo does: wait till the court case, wait till everything happens, and then we can go from there. But right now, that's all you should focus on. Just focus on the now, and don't worry about everything else. And after that, she's feeling like she can see something a little bit more clearly, the plans, the things that she should be worried about at the moment, and she's feeling more focused. And so I'm gonna have her meet Angelo about halfway here, and she is feeling a little bit more chipper now. I love that for her. And I think that she is going to give Angelo a hug and just say, "Hey, I'm feeling a lot better now. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I appreciate it." She's like, "Sorry to get you involved in my mess." He's like, "Oh, it's fine. You're fine." But I do think that she's probably gonna let him go his own way because he has to get back home, and she also has some other obligations that she has to attend to, like preparing herself for this court case that she's going to have. So I know the name of this series is called Naomi, but I felt as though I needed to really just tune in and show you guys what Angelo's life looks like at home, because I know y'all are curious. I know you love him very, very much. And so it just felt right to tune in and see what goes on at home with him. And oh my gosh, we are entering fall in my save, and that makes me so happy because fall in real life, I love when the seasons link up. But yeah, Angelo's out here. He's on his morning jog. This is something that he does every single day. My guy wakes up at 5:30 in the morning and he hits the pavement or the ground or the gravel, and he goes out for a jog. Now, some of you may not have watched the current households, and that's okay. If you're new, I'll explain. But Angelo has always been a runner. He ran track in high school and he ran track in college. And so this is just routine for him to wake up and come out here and go for a jog and to just get out for the day. But if we, oh my God, not Naomi being here. Y'all, just ignore it. Just ignore it because there's no way she would. Not on this side of town. She jogs, but she does it on her own time. Yeah, Angelo, he comes out here every day. He'll even come by the beach or the shore or whatever, and he just sits here to ponder and to think and just to have a moment of solitude. So, as you all can see down in this panel, we have a few more heads. You all have met Alicia, you know who she is, but I know some of you all are like, "Who is that woman in between Alicia and Angelo?" This is Angelo's wife. This is Joanne. And before you guys come for my guy's head, we have some explaining to do. A lot of it, actually. So yes, Angelo in fact is married, and he has been for quite some time now. He met Joanne many years ago, and they had a connection then, and they were both what they were looking for, checked all the boxes and everything. And so they started to go on a few dates, and I feel like it was very much, this is the right thing to do. This is the right person. This is someone who I can stay with and who I can grow with. And so Joanne, this is her. Isn't she cute? She's super cute. I try to do something different, and I think I achieved that with her. I think I was able to create a sim that I'm not used to creating. I'm gonna bring her down here. She's gonna start the usual. She likes to cook breakfast for her daughter. So let's make some fruits and some dairy. How about some fruit salad? You know, something really simple to start the day off. We'll make this because it's the last day of the weekend and daughter's going back to school tomorrow. So we have to wrap up this weekend with a good breakfast. But Joanne and Angelo, after being together for a long time, they started to realize that they didn't really have anything in common. They were friends, but it was more so like just tolerating somebody. It was like having a relationship with a coworker. You come in, you say hi, you pass each other in the hallway, and you're civil, but there's not really anything there. And so they have just been together for all this time, faking the funk for their daughter. And the reason they've been doing that is because I feel as though Alicia has this pristine image of her parents. You know, they're perfect together. They've been together all these years. And she even would use them as example as for what she would want when she started dating or looking for love, whatever it is. And she just doesn't even know, guys. She has no idea that her parents are separated. Yes, they're still married, but they're separated. They don't sleep together. They're not intimate with one another. They are separated, and she's just oblivious to it. They when they are in front of her, they will, display PDA, but it's all fake. There's nothing really behind it. And so she, I mean, rightfully so, she believes them. But yeah, things have been like this for quite some time. Joanne herself even goes out on a few dates out of the year. She doesn't hook up with them or anything like that, but she does go out and grabs a bite to eat, enjoys herself and just has some fun. Angelo, on the other hand, let's go ahead and get him home too so he can shower. But Angelo, on the other hand, he just has never really wanted to step out like that. He had a moment where, before he was with Joanne, he started to really look for people who reminded him of Naomi, and not in like an obsessive way, but just the way that she made him feel, the connection and everything like that. He was trying to find that in other people, and he didn't know that it was just because he was still in love with her. And so he just tried his best to just be I don't know, accepting and just lower his guard and stop being so picky. He was like, there's something wrong with me, maybe I just need to stop being so particular about what I want. But really, he was just in love with her and he never let that go. But yeah, he has never really stepped out, and he's always been in this relationship. And he, for the first time, when he went to Naomi's the other night, that was the first time he's ever been close with another woman besides his wife. And it's been a long time. But because I have wicked whims, I'm going to let him go upstairs, do his thing. We are going to bring the daughter down here and we're going to hang out with Alicia and her mom for the morning. It looks like she just finished, eating her fruit salads. I'm going to have Alicia come down here, eat her some, and just chit chat with her mom while I talk to you guys. But Nikita, she texted Angelo. She said, "Hey, I have a surprise for you." And Angelo, he's always willing to listen to Nikita. She's the fun in his life. But he was like, "What? What's up?" She said, "I got invited to somebody's birthday party and I want you to go along with me." And he was kind of side-eyeing her like, "What are you talking about? What are you up to?" And that is when she told him it's Naomi's birthday party. He was hesitant at first because he knows that Naomi is, actively married. He sees the papers or articles. I forget that we're in 2023 now. He sees the articles and he can tell, she's married. Wade is a very successful man. And so he's seen this. But Nikita tells him, no, they're getting a divorce. He cheated on her. I'm trying to tell you, this is the time. The time is now for you to go and to tell her how you feel. And while he had all the intention of going out there and saying, "Hey, Naomi, I never stopped loving you. I still love you," it was kind of thrown off because she had so much to get off of her chest. And then with everything with Wade and Preston, he just felt as though it was not the right time. And that is because he loves her so much that he just wanted to focus on her and not talk about himself. And so he kept it to himself. He was like, "We won't do the reveal tonight, but I'll tell her eventually. I'll let her know that I still love her when I feel like it's the right time." Angela's finally done getting freshened up, and so we can resume hanging out with him. But he has this little perk down here, and it is because he is remembering the smell of Naomi's perfume that she was wearing when they went out together. He is just thinking about that. He's remembering. He's on cloud nine right now, and he hasn't been this happy in a long time. And I feel like even his daughter is going to notice. She's like, Dad, you're smiling a lot. Did things go really good with your business deal? Did you sell that book? How are things going? He's like, oh, yeah, yeah, your dad, yeah, I have a way of convincing people. So she's going to humble brag and she's going to be like, oh, I get it from you, I guess. Just chit chatting. She has no idea that her dad was actually at this party that, the woman she just met at lunch with her auntie or her godmom, she doesn't know that he was at that party. But, he's playing it off. He's like, hey, I've been thinking about that car too. I know you've been wanting a new car. And her mom's like, you're really gonna get her the car? He's like, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I think that it's time. She's about to go away to college. She needs the car. She's gonna have to come back and visit us, and I don't want to be the jackass to keep that from her. But look at her. She is smiling from ear to ear. She's like, Dad, you mean it? You're going to get me the car? And he's like, yeah. Guys, I'm telling y'all, him seeing Naomi just for like a few minutes last night and hanging out with her, it has completely shifted his mood. He is like, yes, 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 whatever you want. He is a yes man today. You could ask this man for $1 million and he'd be like, okay, what's your bank account number? Like, he's just feeling great. And I think it's because he feels like this chapter is about to open with Naomi. But Alicia is going to tell her parents goodbye because she had plans to go and hang out with a friend today. So I'm actually going to have her come over here and give her mom a hug lovingly really quickly, and then she'll probably be on her way out the door. But she's just telling them a few last words like, hey, Dad, make sure it's a cute car. I don't want anything terrible. So please, please make sure it looks good. She's like, all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit, okay? With Alicia gone, they feel as though they can finally sit down and talk. Joanne has always been Angelo's friend first. She has always wanted to be there for him to support him if he ever needed it. And she's teasing him right now because she saw him when he walked in yesterday and how happy he was after meeting up with Naomi and going to her party and everything. And she teased him and she's like, I haven't seen you smile like that in ages. And he's like, what do you mean? Smile like what? And she's like, you walked in here with that big goofy grin on your face. Like, things must have gone great with her. But Angelo's explaining to her everything that happened and how Preston was upset with his mom. And she is completely shocked. Joanne is just sitting here in confusion. She's like, you're kidding me. That happened last night. Is she okay? Is Naomi all right? As you all can see, she's not bothered by the fact that he spent all night with this woman. And that's because, like I said, they're detached. She's been spending time with other men and she wants him to be happy too. But she's concerned. She's wondering if Naomi's okay. And he's like, oh, I stayed with her. And now he's telling Joanne he's worried that things are going to go bad whenever they have to tell their daughter that they're not together anymore. And she's like, no, Angela, we have to tell her. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep faking this. And he's telling her, well, let's just keep waiting. She's like, Angela, I'm tired of waiting. I need to be out there. I need to be happy. I need to find someone. I'm getting older, and I can't keep just living on these wishful thoughts. Like, we have to act. We have to sign those divorce papers. And Angela's just begging her, please, let's just wait just a little bit longer. I don't want to have this awful relationship like how Naomi has with her son. And Joanne tells him, okay, we'll wait just a little bit longer, but after that, we have to tell her. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep hiding this from her. And she knows that things could possibly go sideways, but it's just a risk she's willing to take because she's tired of being unhappy. She's like, I know you're tired of being unhappy too. And he tells her, I know. We'll figure things out. I promise we will. I know that I'm dragging this out longer than you wanted to, but I'm just looking out for our daughter, okay? I don't want to end up like Naomi and Preston and have to resolve things. And on that note, I think that they're going to go ahead and end this conversation. And we did what we could because, we needed to have this talk. We needed to see where his headspace was because she was hoping that after he saw Naomi that he was going to be completely on board. He was going to tell her, oh yeah, let's go through with this. But she had no idea that Naomi was experiencing all this backlash and that she still even cared for Wade. So Joanne is a little upset and a little stressed right now, but it's only because she's like, dang, we have to hold on a little bit longer. She was really hoping to get out of this situation, but hey, we really got to pace things and we'll get there eventually. It's just going to take some time. But I know some of you guys are wondering, like, Naomi still loves Wade. She does. She does still have feelings for him, and that's because she was with him for so long. So it's right for her to have love for him. But Angelo has nonstop been thinking about Naomi since he came home the other day, and I think that he is curious as to how she's doing. So I'm gonna have him go ahead and send a text. We're gonna send a text to Naomi and see if she's doing okay today, what she's been up to. But we're gonna let that text sit there for a little bit. We don't want to pester her too much. I was thinking about taking Angelo out in general and just, getting a cup of coffee or something like that. Because let me tell you guys, when their daughter is not here, Angelo and Joanne, they're never even in the same room. I don't even know what she's doing right now. I think she's just upstairs. She must have just finished taking a shower, but she is so stressed. She can't believe that Angelo is forcing this to last a little bit longer. He's dragging it out. But, she gets it because she doesn't want to hurt her daughter either. But the longer they wait, I feel like the more complicated things are going to be and the more difficult it's going to be to tell her. But we haven't heard back from Naomi, so I think it's safe for us to switch back to her household to see how she's doing. Well, guys, I was expecting to come into a household to see a sat sim who was just not trying to be bothered, hasn't changed out of her pajamas or anything like that. But guys, look at this. Naomi is fine and she's happy. I don't know if maybe she's changed today and she's feeling better. Especially, I mean, things did end on a good note when she saw Angelo last at the park, after she talked to her mom and everything. So maybe she is moving towards a better direction. But I really thought that she was over here in her feelings, but she's just not replying to Angelo's text, I guess. What do you guys think? Leave your tea down below. Why is Naomi not talking back to Angelo? Usually when Sims text other Sims, they will respond and be like, hey, you want to grab a bite to eat? You want to go on a date? You want to go to the festival? Blah, 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 blah. But she didn't even reply to him. And now I'm curious, like, what? Why would she not reply to him? Maybe she's just not ready to have things progress with him. Maybe she's kind of closed off from that chapter in her life. But I could have sworn that I was seeing some sparks flying and some connections brewing between the two of them. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But let's go ahead and have Naomi come out here. She's going to enjoy her time in the pool. Just chill because that court date is coming up sooner than you guys think. Her court date is probably going to be in the next episode. So by then, we're going to know where Naomi stands financially and if she can, in fact, continue to live in this house because bills are expensive. It's about 12 grand. And I know you guys know I'm already plotting to have her move. But even so, even if she moves, I mean, she doesn't have any way of income right now. And she still hasn't seeked the modeling thing just yet. She's kind of just been sitting on the idea of it because she doesn't know exactly what she wants to do and which direction she wants to go in. So she's just been taking her time and trying to figure out what exactly it is that she wants to do. But bills still have to get paid. She still has to eat. She still needs to pay for gas and everything like that. And so we really do need for this court thing to fall in our favor because if not, we're just gonna have to find some odd jobs or something. But we'll see. Also, it just occurred to me that it is Sunday and maybe she's having a self-care Sunday. I didn't even think about that. Maybe she's not ignoring Angelo. Maybe she's just chilling and she is trying to focus on her and have a good day. And I completely condone that. Like, it doesn't always have to be about the person you're with or everybody else. It can just be about you for the time being. So I want to go ahead and shift into her perspective. And guys, look at this. I wish this was my view. I wish I was sitting under the stars in a swan floaty in the pool and just minding my own business, right? She's having a good time. So yeah, I'm just gonna scratch that. Maybe she just wanted to have time to herself. She wanted to de-stress and just have some me time, and that's okay. I'm gonna have her actually get out of this and go float a little bit because I think that she's probably gonna get out of here soon and go lay down in bed. I know that it says that her energy bar is high, but honestly, what else could Naomi get into right now? This is the life of being home alone, older. It's just like, what am I supposed to do right now? I'm just kidding, but you know, this is the probably the end of the episode. I wanted today to be a chill episode because we did kind of do a lot of intense stuff in the beginning of this one and the last part of the previous part. And so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes, show you how Angela lives, and also just pace things because we are in some new territory now. We now know that Angelo still loves Naomi and she's still hung up on Wade and trying to figure out her feelings there. And guys, do we even know why Wade was here the other day? And so there's a lot going on right now. We need to just pace it, take it day by day and take it slow. I don't want to throw everything in one episode and then you guys find out everything. So we're going to stretch it out and I will be dropping some more information in the next episode. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this part today. If you did, leave a like, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to become a tugboat. I love you guys so much. Naomi's trying to float away. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.